are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the historic rivalry is renewed as the Knox Redskins host cross-county foe, the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. This is Indiana High School basketball. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbe. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports.
Tip is up and away, and the Redskins will control it. It's Dirk Cup crossing the timeline. Far corner, Bryson Minix fakes the three, driving baseline, then back out up top. Stolen by Chezem Christensen. He read the passing lane well, and he will lay it in easily. Downs to take it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Finds Kane Weber. Nice move, slashing inside. He gets it to go off the glass. 5-2. The Redskins get on the board. Big time three from Hop. He gets it to go. Hit the front of the rim, and it just skied high and went right through the net. Christensen lobbed to C.J. Sanchez on the inside, and he gets the and one to go. C.J. Sanchez, as here's a big three from Josiah McDaniel. Splash, 11-7. They answer on the next possession. Last 2 seconds, Dirk Cuff heaves it. No good, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 11-7. The Jays lead their historic rival, the Redskins of Knox. We're taking a break and coming back. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, this is Mitchell Columbe, and we will be talking to Smith in just a few minutes.
When he was young, he would bounce the ball and call the shots, and when his friends would come over, they would do the same thing, and he would still call the shots. And I said at that time he will go into communication.
Here in Los Angeles, it is a good game for Game 6. The Pacers have gone up very good.
I call him Mitchell because he's our son, and that's what I've always called him. But I try to call him Mitch every once in a while because that's what people call him. You know, his friends, his co-workers, they all call him Mitch. But he's my baby, and so I'm going to call him Mitchell.
There's a lot of Pacer kids and a lot of Pacer people, fans, a lot of fans coming in from Indiana.
One thing that I remembered early on was my grandfather. I'd hang out with him, and he would be watching the Purdue game, but he would mute the TV and turn the radio on because he wanted to hear the local radio broadcasters talk good about Purdue. So that was an impression on me at an early age.
Well, here's Rick Smith. Hi, Smith. How you doing? Well, I'm doing all right.
And then also my family listening to the radio. You know, I'd hear disc jockeys and I'd want to emulate them. Mark Boyle, the voice of the Pacers, I mean, that's a big impression on me. So, you know, growing up in Central Indiana, a lot of Indianapolis broadcasters, Dave Calabro's one. You know, I've always thought, I've tried to emulate a lot of the personalities that I watched and heard in Indianapolis. And I've just always wanted to do that, you know, being an only child. Didn't really have a friend until, you know, I got to elementary school, so I was really by myself and had to get creative. I'd be playing basketball outside a lot. Of course, I'd still throw the football. I'd throw it in the air and no one would be there, but it was a touchdown every time, you know, and I'd have to have the miraculous touchdown call or the big three-point shot. It was a lot of fun, you know. I just remember Columbe to Columbe, back to Columbe, over to Columbe, now inside to Columbe, you know, it was always Columbe, and I would do post-game interviews and stuff like that. So it's just something I've always wanted to do since, you know, I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I really love broadcasting.
I tried to make those dunks over a meal, but he's 300 and something pounds. I can't believe he's that big. And now he's just so big.
I'm Mitch Columbe. I'm the sports director for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. WKVI is a small radio station in northern Indiana. It's Knox, Indiana, not too far from South Bend, maybe about an hour southwest of South Bend. Small town, farming community, much like most of Indiana. Great people. They love where they're from. They love the community. They really support their schools in Stark County in that area. So it's just a really awesome community. and it has the history of broadcasting behind it. Harold Welter had started it in 1969. It's pretty amazing what he did for that area in terms of sports broadcasting. A lot of people tune into WKVI just to hear what game's on. It's almost like he kind of got them used to that. You know, it's become part of their life. A lot of people message me. They will tell me if I'm doing something wrong, or also let me know when they like what I do, which tells me I have listeners. So, you know, and in broadcasting, especially in radio these days, you kind of wonder, is anyone listening?
Bradkey kicks it in to Cole Wilcox, back to Bradkey, driving in, back to the near corner. Josiah McDaniel inside of the left block. It's Cole Wilcox turning around. Couldn't get it to go, but he is fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Cole Jordan kicks it over to Dirk Cuff, then back to Jordan, swings it over to Bryson Vanise. Now to the short corner, Kane Weber, dump off to Tegan Johnson, couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Kane Weber, and his putback is good. Like to see more of him on the inside. That's how much this rivalry means, as here's a big splash.
You know, when I first got to North Judson, Harold Welter was the guy that did all of our games here at WKVI, and he had done it for years and years and years, and was kind of an institution. And so Mitch was the new guy from actually out of town, and came in, and you know, just from the very first time I met him, he really brought the energy. I always say that he brings the juice.
You don't want to ruffle too many feathers, though. And the one thing that Harold had was a great blueprint. You know, he had an athlete of the week. He had a player of the game in the post-game show. He had a play of the game as well. Play of the game, player of the game, athlete of the week. That could not be messed with. You knew you had to continue that tradition, but what can we do to elevate that?
And that's just it. I mean, you know, Harold was here for 50 years and really did a great job, but times change. You know, and the thing is a lot of times, and especially in small communities, people don't like change.
I knew when I moved up there, it wasn't going to be easy. You can't replace someone like that. There is no replacing someone like that. I've never really been given the opportunity. I had several years there behind the scenes before I got to WKVI, just kind of always thinking, what would I do if I got there, and just waiting on an opportunity, kind of almost like sitting on the bench, waiting for the coach to call your number. And you just want to come in. You want to come in with this energy, passion, and fire. If you're not passionate about something, what's the point in doing it?
Every time that he gets on the air, or he has an interaction with you off the court, just a really hardworking guy, and that really stood out from the very first time that I met him.
What Mitch was able to bring to our little community was the new wave. It's the new thing that the young kids are interested in, you know, going to the Instagrams and, you know, the Snapchats and all the stuff that he does. And it's the new thing that us old guys don't understand it, but everybody loves it.
From the beautiful Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, we are here to see the Oregon Davis Bobcats host another one of our area teams in the Tri-Township Tigers. Coach, this game last year, man, did it provide fireworks. What are you excited to see from either team tonight?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of the same thing we've seen last year, and that's going to be a battle, and it's probably going to go down to the last possession.
Well, we are standing by. A lot of excitement here tonight. Another Indiana high school basketball game happening right here on KVB's WKVI. Tuned to 99.3 FM, WKVI.com around 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on your local hometown radio station.
I wanted to hit social media hard, and I know that's what the younger generation is doing, and I wanted to be able to connect with the kids, and we've been able to bring the kids to the radio. So I think it's kind of bridging the gap between the generations.
He adds such a positive thing to sports here with our kids. They get excited. They like to hear his calls. I hear him in the locker room replaying his calls. He does a really nice job of making them feel like high school sports is a big thing.
It's a small radio station, 3,000 watts. I treat it as if I am at the big 50,000 watt station. Big city sound, small town radio. I want to sound like ESPN. Okay, I can't be on ESPN. I want to sound like ESPN. I want to do what they're doing, bring it to the small market area, and give them what I think they deserve.
Here comes Huff. Step back 16-footer, and that is his shot. Dirk Huff likes that. We saw it against the Winnemac Warriors 10 days ago. He creates space by that jab step back, pops it for 14. Cash money. Crossing over Dirk Huff, going inside. Euro, beautiful play, Josiah McDaniel.
I've been several different places. That's kind of the life of a basketball coach in Indiana. You know, we've had pretty good media presence, but really not anything like what Mitch does.
He's not from around here, so he doesn't show the favoritism of, you know, the local school, you know, right here in Stark County. I mean, he covers 8 or 9 teams. He has no tie to any school, which is really, really cool because he doesn't care. He wants what's best for the kids.
I think that's probably something that kind of gets missed is he treats all the teams equally, but yet makes you feel special. That's a really unique talent that he has.
Coach Chezem had talked to me a few weeks ago, and he had mentioned, if you ever need anything, let me know. And same with Terry Minix. And to have guys like that with the history that they have in the state of Indiana, it makes you very proud. Terry is my color commentator in basketball. He's a 2-time state basketball champion as a head coach for Oregon Davis. He won in 2007, he won in 2014. He's a winner. And when you get a guy like that on the air, I felt like that was a huge plus for me because now you're getting someone in the community that has won and is a proven winner. And then now everyone gets to hear his insight on the game.
Jump ball is called. They're down by 3 here with 23.9. I don't know what to ask you.
What to ask me? They need a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're drawing something up for a 3.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, honestly. The thing is, if Snodgrass Tigers are going to run you off the 3-point line, then you just take the basket.
I also have Chris McGowan, my co-host for the Saturday Sports Line, which is the longest running high school sports show in Indiana.
And a good Saturday morning to you here on the Saturday Sports Line, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, wherever you are. This is your wake-up call. Good morning, Chris McGowan.
Good morning, Mitch. How we doing?
And then guys that I get to talk with every Saturday, like Kent Chezem, head coach of the North Judson Sanpierre Blue Jays. I mean, 30 years coaching. He's coming up on 400 career wins. We're getting to talk to some premier guys when it comes to Indiana high school basketball.
It's really no different than being like a small school basketball coach like myself. I mean, where you got to tape the ankles and call the plays and do all that. Mitch does everything. I mean, he's a tech guy. He's the on-air presence. He's the face of high school sports in our area. I mean, he really does it all, juggles a lot of duties, and it's pretty impressive how well he can do all of them.
It makes you very proud to know that what you're doing is making a difference, it is being noticed, and that the extra steps that you're taking to make it as good as possible is definitely appreciated.
I just really value Mitch. A friendship developed over the years that he's been here. He's been very supportive of us and me personally and what we do.
But I can tell that also from the community. Sometimes they'll be at another game and they'll text me the score so that I can give the update on the air. And then other coaches will text me, we'll get them on in the post game, even if we weren't at their game. I'll call them real quick, plug them into the board. So we're really doing a good job of covering these schools, and it's a lot of fun.
He has done a great job. Filling them shoes of Harold was big, but I'm telling you what, he filled them, and he's got another pair of shoes right beside him. He's been a blessing for our little community.
Garland kicks it up top to Goebel. Goebel, 3. He gets it to go! Oh my gosh, he gets it to go! Head coach Rick Snodgrass slaps the scores table. He can't believe it. Back to Caleb Gorski. Last 48 seconds here of the overtime.
Foul Caleb Gorski. I think this is your designated fouler.
Gorski has it. DJ Garland's going to steal it. Here comes Garland. He almost loses it. He does. Now on the floor is Bobcats. Jump ball will be called. It is Bobcat basketball. Holy cow.
Better use your timeout.
Gorski tried to get it back over to Cody Vernich, and DJ Garland read it all the way. They're down by 3 here with 23.9. Garland to get it in. First option wasn't there. He gets it to Taylor McKeehan. Pops the 3! Splash! 61-61. They tie it up!
My God.
Last 15 seconds. The Tigers have it. It's Caleb Gorski over to Vernich. Back to Gorski.
3 seconds.
Gorski over to Vernich. Pops the 3. Splash! 64-61. Last 2 seconds. Goebel half-court heave.
Yes.
It's over. The Tigers win off a Cody Vernich 3. Oh, my gosh.
I want to give my best every time. I almost treat every broadcast as if it's my last. It's such a small radio station, you know, you don't know. It could be here one day, you could be gone the next. And I think that's what brings a lot more excitement to some of the broadcasts. I try to give as much energy as I can because I want to give it my all. It's like the coach has called my number, I'm coming out onto the court, and I'm going to try my best to make sure I can help my team win.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I got to take a break. This is incredible. My blood is pumping right now, folks. We're going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance post-game show. I went nuts. We knew this was going to happen, and it did. The Tigers win 64-61.